More than 10,500 people have been screened for COVID-19 related illness in a checkpoint which is based in Cederville under the Matatiele Local Municipality since the beginning of the lockdown last week. In a press briefing on Friday, a member of the Eastern Cape Legislature who is responsible for monitoring, advising and reporting, Zola Mlenzana, said most of the people screened are coming from outside the areas of Matatiele. Mlenzana was giving feedback on the 7 days of operation where different departments are working.
The Department of Health has screened more than 10,500 abantu abegqitha apho. Singaqinisekisa ke ngelithi kubo bonke abo bantu khange sifumane symptomatic cases, so akho bantu babonelelwayo. But the Department of Health irate akhona abantu abane-symptoms.
Matatiele has now 2 quarantine facilities that are set to assist those found to have contracted the virus. However, no testing facilities are available as yet, but according to Mlenzana, they are going to appeal to the Premier of the Eastern Cape to establish testing facilities.
There are 2 isolation facilities as the Webucala. Is chekishiwe by both the Department of Public Works and also the senior health inspectors ukuthi ngaba zilungele na umcimbi we-isolation. I-isolation facilities we are using 2 hospitals, Taylor Bequest and Hotel.
Whilst everything else is progressing into place, there were a number of arrests made to those not complying with the regulations set by the President.
Let me start with Saturday. Saturday in German City on the city, our law enforcement agencies were beginning to gel by Saturday up in the checkpoint. But as I was roaming around, one could pick up that there was a lot of lawlessness, particularly in the rural villages. Abantu phaya bebeziselela utywala nje, it was business as usual because our focus in the main was here. So what we did through the office of the Speaker was to say the councillors and traditional leaders should assist us because we do not have enough manpower of the law enforcement agencies. Amapolisa asevisa Matatiele in this area are not enough to patrol each and every area around here. So what we have done now is to ask ukuthi masincedwe the councillors, masincedwe the traditional leaders ukuthi zisixelele okokubana kwenzeka ntoni phaya. I can tell you immediately we started that campaign. The arrests that were reported on a daily basis were not less than 10 per day. And these arrests were one in the main around the infringement of the regulations through abantu abathengisa utywala nabantu abasela utywala in the main. Okwesibini ingabantu abangavumi ukuthobelana nomthetho in terms of movement. But ngela xesha ke we had appealed to law enforcement agencies that they should not be too harsh to our own people, particularly around movement. But those who were doing criminal offenses, like selling utywala and drinking utywala, because Ishipians have never ever been allowed. Isihoxo asivumelekanga, isihoxo asikho semthethweni, hence arrests had to be made. The other hectic days now were during eli xesha lokokubana kurholwa ngabantu abadala the pay grants. We almost lost it.
In a rare incident at the checkpoint, a man who was asked to return back to where he came from after he failed to produce a permit in order to be allowed to proceed into the town of Matatiele, he drew a firearm and shot himself. Mlenzana explains what happened.
The case is still subject to care. Who moved all the way from Pietermaritzburg? He went through Umzimkhulu without a permit and was allowed to pass through. He went through Kokstad without a permit and was allowed to pass through. Now when he came here, unfortunately for these law enforcement agencies, I was present when he arrived. I was even asked to talk to him nicely. He had to be turned back to go and get the permit. I even advised him that he can go back to Kokstad and negotiate a way of getting a permit into Matatiele because he's claiming that ungowala Matatiele. But unfortunately, after I had left, he came back only to traumatize these law enforcers together with Ababantu Bakwa Health. Because oku kwesibini ufika wababonisa something athi i-permit esefowunini. Xa exelelwa into yobana no mhlekazi, this is not a permit. What he decided to do was to draw a firearm, ayifake emlonyeni, asidubule. He did not die on the spot. But something funny happened. Very, very funny. Because after he would have shot himself, we were called. I raised the matter with both the mayor and the executive mayor. The executive mayor said we should rush back and be here. We advised that Makatofwe to seduce him, and then he be taken to hospital. Kulo process sobana ethathwa efakwe stretching, because as I said that we have got all the facilities here. Kulo process yobethathwa efakwe stretching, asiwazi ba amandla awayenawo ngamandla awayewathatheke. Dudula everybody ngoku sele ezidubuleni. Esophe kakhulu. Wadudula everybody, threatened everybody here. Thatha matye wafuna ubetha amagosa, and ngoku kuhoyweleyo wabaleka wangena kule location. We had to instruct that makuze i-dog unit, because yona ayiselokwilapha, to go and search for him. Bamjonge bamncama mntana. Up until now, the man is still at large. As I'm saying, the matter is subject to care. It is being followed. The family has been briefed. Nemoto yakhe sele ikhululelwe kwifamily because bikade ilapha eCederville police station.
Reporting for the Informer, I am Kayakazi Chabile.